Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cooking in the Kitchen with Bree. We are so excited to have you. Today, we are going to have a fun, fabulous time right here in the kitchen. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Well, y'all know what we do first, right? We kick it off with the song. So let's get it. Let's go. Woo! Here we go. We are cooking in the kitchen with Bree. Cooking in the kitchen with Bree. Come on in my kitchen and cook with me. Cooking in the kitchen with Bree. Y'all ready to cook? Let's go. Cooking in the kitchen. Woo! Well, all right, let's get ready. Let's get ready. So what is on tap for today? What's on tap? You want to know? Well, first, we just want to say welcome. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad you're here. It's going to be a fun, fabulous time. As I said earlier, we have some special guests that will be coming into our kitchen, and I will bring them into the kitchen shortly, so just hang tight. But you want to know what we're cooking today? We are cooking up an amazing dish, creamy Tuscan tomato garlic chicken. So get ready for it. I have my chicken all set, just some nice slices of chicken breasts. And we're going to go ahead and get started. But let me introduce you to our guests. They are an amazing family that we have known, my family and I have known for years now. And we are in ministry together. We serve. We are excited about what God is doing. And I just want to introduce you to them. They are phenomenal. They are none other than the McCartneys. They are, Gareth, I'm pulling you on screen. Yes, can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's see if we can get you.
I can see you, yeah.
Woo! Welcome to the kitchen.
Thanks for having us.
Woo, woo, woo. We are super excited to have you in the kitchen. And so this recipe that we're cooking up today, it's a special recipe from Gareth McCartney, and he's going to walk us through it. All right. It's simple. It's easy. You can do it at home, and we encourage you to do it because you're going to love it. The flavors are just going to wow you. All right. So Gareth, what are we doing? What are we getting started with?
Okay. So this is it's an Italian inspired dish.
Yes.
It's an American twist on an Italian dish. I created it from something we had at a restaurant we went to. After some research, put stuff together, and came up with this.
I love it. Creative, innovative.
Yeah, well, we had to maneuver some stuff to make it more palatable to us, but it's relatively easy to make and it tastes great. So,
all right,
jump right in.
We are ready, Chef. I have I've already started the process a little bit, so I do have my pan ready, and I'm gonna show everyone, bring that on screen. I have my pan here. I have olive oil in here. How much olive oil do we need, Gareth?
So we're basically just doing a simple frying, so maybe a cup or so, just enough to cover. Put maybe a couple centimeters of oil in the pan so we can fry it. So we're frying chicken breast cutlets. We're going to cut it thin, so we don't need a lot of oil to fry it. Because we're cutting it thin, it fries easily on both sides. So we're just going to take.
So let's get it going.
Sure. Take our chicken cutlets. We're going to slice them thinly and just put them in whatever chicken batter you generally use. We're just using flour, salt, and pepper.
That sounds good.
Some Lawry's seasoning salt.
Oh, yes. You got to have the Lawry's in the house. Can I just speak to that for a minute? A kitchen is not a kitchen without Lawry's in your kitchen. And so if you want to have the best flavoring, I'm reaching up to get mine. You have to have the Lawry's, everybody. All right. So season your chicken is what Gareth said. We just make small little slices, season it up, and then you're going to get your flour. Make sure season up your flour, just like this.
Yep, exactly. And we're just going to coat the chicken on both sides.
Coat the chicken.
Pop it in the oil. So we've been doing this for like a while because this is the longest part of the process.
Okay.
So yeah, we've prepped some of this already. But we're just going to
So
walk you
everyone
through some
should
of it.
know how to do that, right? If you don't,
Yeah,
it's okay. Look, you just take a little bit of flour mix, and I'm trying to show you over here on my second camera. Just take your chicken, play with it in the flour. Remember, I said it's got to be fun. So the kids can even do this. Let the kids wash their hands, give them the pieces of chicken, and let them just flip it in the mix, the flour mix, until it's nicely coated. Look at that.
exactly.
And then your pan has to be hot, though. Your oil needs to be a little hot. So you can put your flame or your electric stove on medium to high, just so that we can get the fry process going. Of course, we want to use olive oil because we're trying to make sure that we are as healthy as possible. Sometimes you can't be totally healthy, but in this case, olive oil.
So this dish has a lot to make it not healthy. So we're going to work with as much as we can to make it healthy.
Awesome. So Gareth, I'm going to start laying my chicken in the pan.
Sure.
And do y'all see that? Y'all hear it? It's a little sizzle. Ooh, yes. And we'll just do a few just to show everybody how it's done. I'm going to turn this little fire flame up, and then we're going to keep it moving. I'm going to talk our way through some things. Gareth is going to chime in as well so that we can make sure that everyone knows how easy it is. So while the chicken is frying, we just want you to know that with this amazing, creamy Tuscan tomato garlic chicken, you can also top it with a pasta. And so I've created just a rotini pasta here, boiled that up, and it'll be ready once we're done with our chicken to just lay it right on top once we're ready to plate it. But in the meantime, we're going to use some chicken broth, right, Gareth?
Yep.
And we'll use some garlic.
Garlic.
All right. And we'll use what else?
Some grated Parmesan cheese, preferably the dried kind.
Some cheese.
So you want it kind of dried and flaky. I recommend you buy grated because grating it yourself is kind of difficult.
Yeah, we're not trying to be in the kitchen all day long. We always talk about how fun and easy it is, right?
Exactly.
We definitely want to do that. And then we have some tomatoes. What type of tomatoes? Dry?
So
sun-dried?
You want sun-dried tomatoes.
There it is.
They're kind of hard to get sometimes. The first time I did this, we used regular sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes.
But when I went back to look for them, we couldn't find them. So we bought them in a jar. So we get them in a jar. They come in olive oil.
That's another option. Great.
They taste relatively the same, but you do get the olive oil with it.
Yes, I love it.
If you do enough research, you can probably find it in a local supermarket. We also found a smoked dry one, which I never used before, but it smells great. So I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Anything smoked smells great.
Indeed.
I love smoked everything. So you see this chicken is frying up very nicely. And once that is done, we'll move into the next steps and process of this amazing, creamy, delicious, creamy Tuscan garlic chicken. It is amazing. It's going to be awesome. But we use spinach. We also use some shallots, some chopped shallots, onions. All right. Yep. And y'all know me, I call them onions. So shallots or onions. It's all good. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then we also want to use some of this amazing heavy cream. Now, here's where the fatty stuff comes in, right, Gareth?
Exactly. Yep.
But guess what I found? I was able to find dairy-free.
Okay. That's interesting.
Heavy whipping cream. I was looking all over. It's an alternative for those who are challenged, like me, with lactose intolerance. You can get an alternative, and this is by Silk. It's dairy-free, heavy whipping cream. Gareth, I also heard that you could use half and half, because heavy cream is hard to find as well.
Yes, I actually had a hard time finding it. Went to 3 different supermarkets to find it. So yeah, it is difficult to find.
Okay.
Um,
Awesome. Ooh,
it,
look at that.
I don't think it would affect the flavor too much if you use half and half.
Okay.
And it's obviously a healthier alternative.
Yes, I love it. I'm all about alternative. And so we want to make sure that we provide people who are either lactose intolerant, if they have high blood pressure, we want to cut back on the sodium as well. And you can just use the different seasonings, garlic, your parsley. You can use all different types of seasonings. Your black pepper, you don't have to use salt. Mrs. Dash is a great alternative, packed with a lot of flavor, right?
So yeah, because we're using chicken broth and we're seasoning the chicken ahead of time, we're going to use very little salt in this dish.
I love it.
Salt comes from the chicken broth and the chicken itself. The chicken seasoning itself. No other salt necessary.
Well, guess what? My chicken is done, and I'm ready for the next phase.
Okay, so we take the chicken out of our pot.
Yes.
We can lower the temperature.
Lower the temperature. I just lowered mine because it was really high and it was cooking. It was browning, brother. We like to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and keep it moving. Make sure that everybody knows how to jump in and get this done. So was that easy for everyone? Hopefully it was. 1, 2, 3, you brown your chicken breast to get it going. Bob says it looks great. Hi, Bob. Thank you for watching, honey. It looks great, and he's going to taste it a little later as well. But okay, Gareth, we are ready for the next go round. Okay,
so in our hot pan, we're going to add butter or margarine. It's not essential. You don't absolutely need to have it.
Okay.
As we said, we're trying to keep the fat content and the calories low. So you don't need to have it, but we're going to use a little, maybe like a tablespoon.
About a tablespoon? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to add it to our hot pan.
Adding it to the hot pan, just a tablespoon of the butter. You see it?
That's it. So we're not taking anything out of the pan.
Leaving all the flavoring, the drippings right in the pan.
Exactly. But keep all that flavor.
Work the butter around a little bit.
Yep.
Woo, it's smelling so good. Y'all know butter smells really good. I like margarine. I like the other alternatives, but I like me a good old butter as well. The butter doesn't bother me too much.
We're going to add our garlic and our shallots.
Got my garlic. We're going to add some garlic right here. I have some fresh garlic. And I love a lot of garlic. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a garlic girl. You do too, Dad?
I have people that will tell me I put too much garlic. I like it. So since it's just in our house today, we're going to add it.
I love it. So, for those who are watching and who will watch later on, put as much garlic as you like. How about that? A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
If you don't like garlic, you can leave it out.
Then leave it out. If you
don't like onions, you can leave it out. But we're going to add a lot of garlic today.
We're going to do garlic because we're the garlic crew. And now my shallots.
Yep, add them.
All right. And how much? I just did I did a cup of shallots because I like shallots too.
You can add as much as you want.
As much. Come on, y'all. Y'all know by now a little bit of this. Come on, Garrett. Tell them a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Indeed.
Woo! All right.
So we're just going to simmer that until we're trying to infuse the oil and the butter with the flavor of the garlic and the shallots.
Oh, yes. That looks amazing. Can you guys see that? This is simply amazing. And the aroma.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I cannot wait. Y'all got it. Tuscan, creamy Tuscan tomato garlic chicken is cooking in the kitchen. Woo!
So this dish is inspired by the region of Tuscany. The availability of fruit was so great that they had to figure out ways to preserve it. Okay. So what they use is wines and dehydrating foods to preserve them. And they discovered that dehydrating foods would give it a specific flavor. As you can, I mean, you can pop one of these in your mouth and you'll taste a specific flavor for it.
Look
It's
at
so
that.
much different from a regular tomato. So that's that. Those techniques add to the flavor of this.
I love it. Little bit of history, you all. And for most of you, you know that I'm an honorary Jamaican, right? That means I'm American, but I take Jamaica as my family. So I'm an honorary Jamaican, but I do like Italian food too now.
I do too.
You can call me Black Italian. How about that? Blatalian? Does that work? I love it. A girl who's all around the world.
Okay, so we're going to take the garlic off before it burns, and we're going to add our chicken broth.
Ooh, we're going to add the chicken broth.
Yeah, we're just going to pour it right in there.
Pour it right in, and that's about 2 cups?
Yep.
All right, so y'all see me pouring it. It's my chicken broth. I'm using bone chicken broth.
You can use chicken, you can use beef if you want. I think it'll change the flavor slightly if you use beef, but yeah.
A little bit and a little bit of that. That's what I did. Organic bone.
Remember, this is a dish inspired by availability.
Woo!
So it's basically whatever you had at the time.
In the kitchen.
You threw it, yeah.
Come on, that's old school right there. That is old school. Sister Salome, good to see you. Yes, I am a multicultural sister. She said there's nothing wrong with it. That's right. I love all types of cultures, all types of foods. I love flavor. And my bucket list, in case anybody's ever wondering, I am headed to the Greek Isles one day because why? I love Greek food. I guess I'm just a foodie. What about you, Gareth? You're a foodie?
I am too. We cook food from just about every culture. We do Asian, obviously Caribbean, Indian, Mediterranean.
Come on.
Everywhere. I mean, if we see it sounds good, we're going to try and cook it.
And that's what it's all about. If you go out to eat, if you go to a restaurant, just look at it, observe it, taste it, try to figure out what flavors you are tasting. And you can even ask for the chef. Say, chef, I am blown away by this dish. And you know, I can't do it like you, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So how would I go about it? Hey, nothing beats a failure but a try, right?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, that is exactly what happened. We went to, I think it was Carrabba's, and they had a dish that we liked. And we were like, you know, I could probably make this at home if I tried, did some research. And if you could actually just copy the name of the dish from the menu into Google, and it will give you so many recipes like it. And so that's what we did. And we put something together based on that.
There's no reason not to be in the kitchen. There's so many recipes, so many fun and exciting things to do. All right, so we've added our chicken broth here into the pan.
We raise the temperature and bring it to a simmer.
We're going to bring it up to a simmer so that it can infuse all the flavors, the broth, the shallots, the garlic, the butter, the olive oil. This is going to be fantabulous. If you're in the Laurel area, feel free to come on by and we'll give you a taste test. I can't tell you how long it's going to last. Sister Salome, come on down.
I can tell you the leftovers taste better than the first day.
Ooh,
first day great,
I might want to save some.
Taste even better.
Ooh, isn't that always the case though? It's always the case, so that the flavors just soak all in.
Exactly. So I have what Jamaicans refer to as big eye, whereas my eyes are too big for my stomach.
Wait, say it again, Gareth.
Big eye.
Big eye.
Yeah. So
I
generally cook too much food. So even as much as I like it, it's too much to eat in one day. So we generally have leftovers. But this you will be happy to consume as leftovers.
Okay. Well, listen, Gareth, on that point, listen, you know, Pastor Bob and I, my husband and I, we are empty nesters and I love to cook. So my challenge is I have to learn how to scale it back a little bit because I love to cook in bulk.
I hear you.
But what I'm learning as well is even if I'm challenged through that cooking in bulk, I tend to ration it out. So I'll break it down into smaller sizes, freeze it, and then throughout the week, I can just pull it as I need. So just a little tip for those who like to cook in bulk like I do. All right, so we're going to keep it moving.
All right, so our next step, we're going to add some wine.
Woo!
Now, yeah. So I know some people may not want, maybe have a problem with adding alcohol to their dinner. The good news is alcohol boils at, I think, 7 to 8 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
And we're raising this to a mild boil. So, and water and basically chicken broth is like 90% water.
Takes any type of alcoholic content.
Yeah, so chicken broth boils at 100 degrees. So if we get up to 100 degrees, that means we've obviously passed 7 degrees, so the alcohol is gone.
All right. Well,
but we do get
something different.
Yeah, we do get to maintain the flavors of the alcohol. So we're just going to add a cup of wine. I'm going to guesstimate, but yeah, we're adding a cup.
Well, I have a little something different. I have something called Holland House white cooking wine.
Yeah.
And it's a blend of white wine and distilled. All right. So just for those, and I found this right in the aisle at Safeway. So you can find it there as well. Yeah. I always try to share with people where and how and all that good stuff.
So I used to use cooking wine or cooking sherry. We went to a cooking class once, and I thought I was really educated. I'm telling the chef who's teaching the class, yeah, we use cooking sherry all the while. And he's like, yeah, cooking sherry is good,
but it doesn't give you that robust.
Yeah, he's just telling me it's just wine with salt added to it. So
okay.
Yeah, you could just use regular wine.
Okay. Well, I just added it to our pan.
And then we're gonna bring it back to a boil.
Okay.
And you can actually smell the alcohol coming off it.
I don't smell any because I don't really have any in here.
We're just going to bring it back to a simmer for about 5 minutes, get the alcohol off, maintain the flavor.
And I'm stirring as I go.
Yeah. Well, I'm just getting like a roll in the pot.
All right. This is amazing. And see, you know what I love is that all these different flavors, they have a way of just like, just coming together to bring you this like, and when you sit down to eat, it's just like, You're
gonna have to take a walk after this though, because this will sit on you. This is heavy. This is a whole meal. It will hold you for a while. You'll be happy, but
that's good. Because I've been doing a lot of intermittent fasting where we eat at 12 and we wrap up eating by 8 p.m.
Yeah, we've been doing it too. We've been doing, I think, 2 to 7.
Look at that. All right. Healthy and fit. So we had a workout class this morning. I'm just going to put this commercial plug in while we are waiting for this to fuse together. Commercial plug at Celebration Church at Monroe Street in Baltimore, Maryland, on the 1800 block of West Saratoga. We have something called Faithful and Fit at 8 a.m. every first and third Saturday. And we are out there trying to get more faithful and get more fit, committed to taking care of these bodies that God has blessed us with. So that's just a plug. If you're in the DMV area, come on down. If you visit the nation's capital and you happen to be here on a first and third Saturday, you don't want to miss hanging out with the Faithful and Fit crew. All right, there we go. Guys, my pan is coming up on a nice little simmer here.
Okay.
And
all right. Once we get to that point, we're ready for our heavy whipping cream.
Woo-hoo.
We're going to use a whole pint. I'm telling you, it took us a while to find it.
Shake, shake, shake.
I ended up getting this at Wegmans. But yeah, we searched around for it.
Wegmans and Whole Foods tend to have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here
so
we
we're
go.
going to pour the whole thing in, the whole pint.
Oh, this is a pint.
Yep.
So we're putting in the entire pint into our pan.
I'm sorry. This is a half pint. The whole half.
So I'm doing half then. I have the whole pint. All right. So we're going to do half pint.
I don't think it'd make too much of a difference if you put in the whole pint because we're going to boil it down. But
right.
it would be creamier, have a little bit more fat content if you added the entire pint. But we're just using the half pint for now. Well,
I'll save half because I think what I'm going to do later is add some shrimp to this Tuscan tomato garlic chicken mix. I'm going to throw in some shrimp as well.
Interestingly enough, when we were doing our research, there's almost an identical recipe, and it's just substituting the chicken for shrimp.
See, so you can add shrimp.
Yep.
And I believe, I'm the type of person that once I see something, I tend to add and do what I want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you can add scallops into it if you want. You can add crab meat into it. You can add some salmon into it. Make it your own creamy Tuscan tomato garlic, whatever. Today it's chicken.
Crab meat sounds interesting.
I love it. I love it. All right, look at that. Can you see that amazing?
Yep. So it doesn't take long to get back to a boil, a simmer.
Ooh.
So once we get to the simmer, then we're ready for our next step.
Okay, I'm coming. It's coming because we added the whipping cream and it's a little cold.
Yeah, cool it down a little.
It'll take time to get back up to its temperature. So I have it on a number 4.5 here, and I see the smoke rising up. So that means my simmer is trying to come about. All right, and it's blended so nicely.
Yeah.
Ooh wee! Can't wait. All right, Gareth, let's do what we do.
Next step is our Parmesan cheese, dry. We're supposed to add a cup. Again, if you think a cup's too much, you can add half a cup. If you really like Parmesan cheese, you can add a cup and a half. I don't think you want to go too much more over a cup and a half. But we're going to add it, and you will see how quickly it thickens up.
Okay. Here we go. I just added mine in. Do y'all see that? And I might want to put a little more in there. Oh, it looks so good.
So once you've added the cheese, you need to keep stirring it because it will thicken quickly.
Yeah.
And maybe we should actually reduce the temperature a little.
All right.
No, I mean Parmesan. When you add the Parmesan, you really smell the aroma of the alcohol. I think that's because Parmesan may have alcohol in it when it's being made. I don't know.
Parmesan has a nice Sharpie smell too.
Yeah, well, it's coming off it. No, a lot. You should smell the kitchen.
Yeah, I see it. I smell it. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
But you need to keep stirring it because cheese will burn. So once you've added cheese, we need to reduce the temperature and keep stirring.
All right, that's what we're doing. I got a little boil going here, and we don't want any scorched cheese. Yeah, so it's real important to turn down your flame. Just a little.
Might need to remove it from the flame for a couple of seconds to cool.
Okay. Put it down just a little bit. Oh, can you see it? Can you see it? Try and get a close-up view of this. Look at this. Amazing. Ooh, I love this. So hopefully those who are watching and watch later on, you will take the challenge. Jump into the kitchen. It's super easy, as you can see. You know, some recipes can be so complex, and you're like, oh, do I really want to try that? This right here, super easy, and I am hoping to hear back from anyone who tries it to let me know what they think. Salome, I hope you'll try it and let us know what you think. Ooh, that looks so amazing. I think I want a little more cheese.
How about it?
In my mix here. Not too much, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna have some garlic. Now listen, I haven't had bread in a long time. but I think this meal calls for some bread. What do y'all think? I think it calls for some garlic bread. I don't even have bread in my house. I'm trying to behave because the pandemic has just ruined me. And I'm trying to get back. Oh, is that anybody else's testimony or is it just mine?
No, I'm right there with you.
Pandemic
When you're stirring, you need to make sure to run the spoon or the ladle or whatever along the bottom of the pot because the cheese will stick to the bottom.
Yes. Cheese likes to hang out at the bottom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And burnt cheese adds a flavor you don't really want.
We don't want that.
So
all right.
we need to make sure.
So good. Oh, wow.
So we're just going to keep doing this until it thickens.
Okay.
You will eventually notice the mixture gets a little harder to turn. And that's just the cheese fully melting.
Yes. I see it coming together. Mmm. Oh, yes. I like a lot of cheese.
So do I.
So I keep adding it to it because I like a lot.
I just used I used 5 ounces of cheese.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Me too.
Whole package.
The whole container. All right, so here we go. And I think I added a little more than the 2 cups of heavy cream. It was just a little more. So here we go. Okay, I see the thickening coming about. Wow, this is simply amazing. And we're doing good. We're only 30 minutes in to our show, and it shows you how quickly you can do this.
So, I mean, we're almost done. The next step is just re-adding the chicken, some of the chicken. We don't have to re-add all of it, just enough to get to absorb the flavor, and then we're going to pour everything in the mixture over the rest of the chicken.
All right. I'm loving this already. This is some kind of wonderful. Woo-wee. Stir like this and stir like that. Wow. Here we go. All right, Gareth, I think my cheese is saying I am ready for this chicken.
So once we have the cheese evenly distributed and melted, we're going to add a few pieces of chicken back to the pot.
Okay. Let me get some chicken to add back into this here pot. A few pieces. Okay. Y'all see what I did? Just added the chicken right into the mix. Ooh, that looks so good. And then we have spinach.
Not going to stuff the pot, just enough to coat the chicken.
Okay. And then I have some spinach and I have some sun-dried tomatoes to go in here. Okay,
so first we're going to add the sun-dried tomatoes, and these will seriously affect the flavor of it. When you eat it, you will distinctively taste the sun-dried tomatoes. Wow. So we're going to drop them in evenly, disperse them in the sauce.
And of course, as much as you want. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I like sun-dried tomatoes, so I'm going to be generous.
Look at that.
Now, the recipe as we have it doesn't include mushrooms, but of course you can add mushrooms. Right. Italian food is famous for mushrooms, so you can throw them in.
Yes.
You know what I was
thinking? Gareth, I was also thinking because I love this, and I think when I used my shrimp to add to it, because I'm going to make another dish with shrimp, I'm going to add in some asparagus because I love asparagus.
You can add that. Sure. How about
but I just love this whole Tuscan flavor. Look at the cheese. Can you all see that? Oh my gosh, I gotta lift it up. This is incredible. Look at that.
When you taste it, you'll say to yourself, this is what I've been paying Olive Garden for, or Macaroni or whoever.
Did you hear that? This is what you've been paying Olive Garden for. You can do it at home now. I love it. Oh, this is just simply amazing. It is incredible. I cannot wait to dive in, and I'm sure those who are watching, you definitely want to go ahead and jump on board to this amazing creamy Tuscan tomato garlic chicken. And I have my spinach here. I can't wait to add my little spinach in there.
Okay, so because the spinach wilts a little, we're going to add that last. And you know, I'm sure you know that when you cook spinach, it really shrinks.
Yes, it does.
So we're going to add that last.
Something about those greens that have shrinkage.
So I like spinach a lot. And because it shrinks, I tend to use a lot of spinach.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just throw in as much as you want. It will thicken up. And yeah, it's that. It also adds some more of a healthy aspect to the dish.
Exactly.
I mean, after we've added all this cheese and milk, we need to feel better about the dish. So we're going to add some spinach.
Oh my goodness. This is just incredible. As the little kids say, incredible. It's incredible. Wow. Good job. This is magnificent. Cooking in the kitchen with Bree doesn't get any better than this. Cooking in the kitchen with Bree, cooking in the kitchen with Dad and Grace and Wifey and Alea. You'll see them a little later on, the rest of the McCartney crew. They'll be able to join us.
So I'm going to add some jar tomatoes.
Okay.
With some of the juice, some of the oil that came with it.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Flavor.
Ooh, this is getting so nice and thick here with the cheese.
As I said before, you don't have to use the jar tomatoes. You can use the jar. You can use the dried, whatever you have available.
Whatever you have, I love it. I love it.
It really doesn't change the flavor much either way. I'm using both today, but
okay,
that's because I have both available today.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to put my other pieces of chicken in here because you had mentioned how you don't have to put all the chicken in if you don't want to. I guess you can if you'd like. But
I mean, I didn't want to crowd the pot, but if you have the space, by all means, throw it in.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to lay these right here in this dish, just like that.
And I think by now your chicken may have gotten some oil at the bottom, so you can add that too if you want.
Ah.
More of that flavor in.
Piece in there. And then we'll pour it right in here. That's just a few other pieces. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my goodness, Garrett, this is incredible. All right, so we are coming up on the 12:40 hour, and we are going to add our spinach.
We're going to throw in the spinach down. And as I said, you can be generous with the spinach. It's going to shrink.
So I have 2 cups here. Just going to lay the spinach in. And of course, this is fresh spinach, but if you have frozen spinach, I would say make sure you drain it so that you don't bring in all the water. Okay? So just in case someone was wondering, can we use frozen? You can, but you just want to make sure you drain off the frozen spinach. So defrost the spinach and then drain it.
Yep. So we're gonna fold the spinach in. We're just gonna cook it till the spinach wilts.
Ooh, it's so easy.
It is.
And it smells so good. It smells delicious. Here
so
we
I'm gonna add
go.
more spinach because, as I said, I like it. So
this is amazing. Simply amazing. Ah. Wowzy, wowzy, wow. Well, this is going to be our lunch for today.
yeah, so you can serve it with bread. You can serve it over pasta. Generally, we have it over like rotini or ziti.
I have some rotini right here, or some baked ziti.
Yeah, you can have it with spaghetti. I don't, because spaghetti tends not to hold a sauce as well. But if that's what you have, by all means, go ahead.
I tend to love angel hair pasta. And even though it doesn't hold well, the pasta is a thinner, lighter for me. But I'm a pasta girl. I love it. I just try not to have it too much because we know what pasta does. It's good on the lips and a lifetime on the hips. So we try to keep it to a minimum.
So when I was doing the research, I found out you can also have it with rice. Never had it
Yes.
with rice, but you can. You can have it with rice, and as
You
I
can
said,
have it with
have it with
potato.
bread. You can have it with potato. Yes.
Yes, you definitely can. You can be creative. That's the beautiful thing. Here is the base. This is the base, the Tuscan base, and you can add it with potatoes. You can, as Gareth said, rice, pasta. You can even drizzle it over asparagus if you don't want the pasta. If you don't want the
Yeah.
carbs, that's fine too. You can drizzle it over some broccoli. It's simple, it's easy, and you can make it what you want it to be. All right. I think, Gareth, we are looking good. This spinach is a little wilted here, just like we
So,
wanted.
remember to get the bottom of the pot because we don't want anything sticking there and burning.
Right. Scrape the bottom. Please use a rubber spatula.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, just a little cooking tip here for you.
I have lost a couple pots.
Yes, with the metal spoons.
Yeah.
I tend to not like to let everyone use my cooking utensils in my kitchen.
I completely understand.
I have a guest set. I have my set. All right. Here we go. So we are about to wrap this up. We appreciate you all tuning in to check out what's happening. We know that football season is back in session. So for people to tune in live, it might not be as easy for them. But the beautiful thing is that you can always go back to my YouTube channel, Cooking in the Kitchen with Bree, and check out all the different episodes that we have had. We will be coming up on a year in November, and I'm excited about it. Woo! We've been cooking in the kitchen with Bree during the pandemic and just inviting family and friends to get back into the kitchen so that you can create a healthier lifestyle for you, your family, and your friends. All right, so we are ready, Gareth. I think I'm gonna turn my.
Yeah. So we can just transfer all this to your casserole dish.
Yes. I'm gonna put it right in this dish right here. Move a few things around and pour it right in. Woo! Let's pour it this way so that the camera can catch it. Oh my gosh! Look at that. That is incredible.
I'm gonna try to get a better look.
Oh my. I think I got it all. Look at that. Wow. Incredible. Oh, Gareth, that looks amazing.
So that's our finished result.
That is it. Wow. Do you, oh my gosh, the smell is just heavenly. It is heavenly. Wow. This is what it's all about. Gareth, I tell you, you have made Cooking in the Kitchen with Bree today so much fun, so easy, and I'm really hoping everyone will come in and join us. Where's the family? We got to see the family.
I'll see if I can find them.
Come on, family. Come on, McCartneys. We want to see you.
I think they're upstairs. Wow. I can hear them.
Ooh. Do y'all see the smoke? The flavor, the aroma is just simply fantabulous. Gareth, that looks incredible. Totally incredible. Wow. Pat Moore, she said, looking good. It is amazing. I cannot wait. Pat, if you're in the area, come on through. Come on through. I'll have some for you. This is simply delicious. Thank you all for joining us here on Cooking in the Kitchen with Bree. We are excited to be able to share with you this amazing dish. Where's the McCartneys? I hear Grace. Grace, I hear you. I just don't see you, but I hear you.
Okay.
Come on. Hi, Grace. Hi. Thank you for cooking with us today. Hi. Hi. Can you give Alea a hug and kiss from Auntie Bree? Oh, wow, what a blessing. Well, Gareth, you have made this incredibly fun, easy, delicious, flavorful. Where's Mom? I need to see Mom. Where is the wife, the missus? There's Alea. Hi, Grace and Alea. Oh, hi. This has been amazing. There she is. She is the queen of the castle. Thank you, McCartneys, for joining us. This has been amazing. We're going to dance out on this song and invite everybody into the kitchen to join us every first and third Saturdays so that you too can be blessed by this fun, yummy, good eats and treats that we have and that we bring to you every first and third Saturday right here on Facebook Live and on the YouTube channel. So thank you all. We appreciate you for being with us today. Here we go. Let's jam it out.
No.
Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Bree, cooking in the kitchen with the Grace. Come on in the kitchen with cooking in the kitchen with Bree. In the kitchen. Woo! Thank you. We'll see you all later.
All right, see you.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, bon appetit. Well, there you have it. We've had a blast today, and I hope you take the time to check out this amazing recipe. Get it in the kitchen. Bring your family, bring your friends. And I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. This Tuscan chicken, ooh, creamy Tuscan was everything, y'all. All right, God bless you. We'll see you next time. First Saturday in October. See you then. Bye-bye.